Good morning, everyone. It's our last English lesson for this half term, and what half term it has been. So let's end it on a high. Let's do some fabulous work and explore our new book a little bit more. So our vocabulary masterclass has a new word to focus on today, and this new word is blue. Your turn. Well done. So let's break it down and work out how many syllables are in the word blue. Let's tap our heads. Blue. Clap it out. Blue. So there is one syllable in this word. So what does it mean? Well, you might have heard the word blue before in terms of a colour, and you are absolutely right that blue is a colour, but it also has another meaning, and the other meaning is if it's being used to describe how somebody is feeling. So you might say somebody is feeling blue when they are feeling sad and depressed and a bit upset. Okay, so if you're feeling blue, you're feeling a bit sad. And the word blue in this context is an adjective because it is describing how somebody is feeling. I've got an example sentence here, and I've got a picture of this character, and I've said that Jenny is feeling blue. So she's feeling very sad and depressed, and I can tell that with her expression on her face. So I've got 4 more pictures up on the screen. I want you to have a little think of saying some sentences using the adjective blue to describe how these characters and these animals are feeling. Have a little go. Super. So here's a couple of sentences you might have chosen. So I chose the little bird, and I also chose the rabbit to write my sentences about. So I said that the little bird was feeling rather blue. Okay, they were feeling rather sad. And I've also said the rabbit hooked his teddy as he felt very blue. Can you see him squeezing and holding tight of that teddy bear there? So in terms of synonyms, which are words that mean the same, we have got sad, depressed, miserable, and unhappy. Oh, it's not a very positive word, this one, is it? And antonyms, so words that it doesn't mean, are happy and joyful. So these are the opposites, okay? So let's have a little recap. So our word is blue. It has one synonym in it. The meaning of the word blue is when somebody is feeling sad or depressed. It's an adjective because it's describing how somebody is feeling. And in a sentence, I might say, I feel very blue today because the weather is cold, wet, and miserable. Okay? Well done for joining in with me at home for that. Let's get started with our English session. And I know lots of us have had fun doing this, both at home and at school. So I'm excited to see what we can create today. So yesterday we found out who this character was and who had crashed into our school. And he was called Bigu. Okay, and we started thinking about words that we could use to describe this character because we haven't actually found him or seen him yet. So have a little think. What words did you use yesterday to describe Bigu? So which adjectives did you include? Have a little thinking time. Okay, I remember mine. So I said that Bigu has a round nose. I also said that Bigu has long, floppy ears. And, can anyone remember that word, that adjective that means bright? Fluorescent, well done. So I said fluorescent yellow fur. And I also said, I think I said bright white eyes. Yes, that was my other one. Oh, and I talked about his belly as well, didn't I? I said he had a large belly. A large belly. So, I don't know about you, but I still have not seen Bigu. He's not turned up in school. He's not turned up in any of the classrooms. He hasn't turned up at my house. I've asked all my neighbours, they haven't seen him. Have you found him? Well, I'm starting to get a bit concerned. So, I've got a plan. Are you ready? My plan is we need to think of ways to look after Bigu so that when we find him, he feels a bit more at home. And if we start to think of all these ideas, then maybe he will appear and maybe we can show him how welcoming we can be. So let's think about this. Bigu, we think, because we haven't met him yet, has crashed into our school playground. I think that he probably doesn't come from planet Earth, so he's not going to feel very at home here. He might not even know all the things that we've got around us, what they even are. What could we do then to make him feel a bit more at home? I know. The other day in our wellness lesson, we were thinking about what we could do when we felt a bit glum. And we thought about what we could do to cheer ourselves up when we were feeling like this. So I've popped some pictures up on the screen. What could we do to help cheer up Bigu or to make him feel at home? Have a little think. Maybe we could read a story to him. What else could we do? Just have some thinking time. Hopefully you've got lots of ideas. You might say, talk to Bigu. You might have said, give Bigu a cuddle. You might have said, take Bigu for a walk. As I know lots of us said, going outside for a walk makes us feel a bit better. Or even play some games with Bigu. So today, we're going to think of some things that we need to do with Bigu to cheer him up. And we're going to write these ideas in the form of commands. We've done commands before. Can you remember what needs to go at the start of a command? What needs to go at the start of a command? Yes, a verb, because you're telling someone to do something. Okay? So I have got some sentences here. Some of them are commands, or some of them are not. I want us to have a little look and work them out to see which ones are command and which ones aren't. And then we're going to think of our own commands that we could use to do and help Bigu feel a bit better. So let's look at this first one that I've got here. So we've got give Bigu a hug. Give Bigu a hug. Is there a verb at the start of this sentence? Is there an action? Yes, it is give. Okay, we are giving, you are telling someone to give Bigu a hug. So this one is a command. Let's check the next one. Here we've got Bigu needs to run. Bigu needs to run. What's the first word in that sentence? Bigu. Is that a verb? No. So is it a command? No, it's not. Okay. Here we've got play, foot, ball, football, with Bigu. Play football with Bigu. Let's check the first word. Is it a verb? Is it an action? Play. Yes, you're telling someone what to do. Therefore, this is a command. Have a little look at that last one. Let's read it first, then I want you to think at home. I want to play with Bigu. I want to play with Bigu. Look at the first word. Is this sentence a command and why? You're right. It is not a command because I is not a verb. So, what do we need to include in our commands then? First, we need to include a verb. Right. So, let's think of some verbs then that we may need to include when we are giving our commands and what we need to do with Bigu to make him feel a bit better. Well, let's steal play. I like that one because we might want to play with Bigu. Might put that on there. What else? Let me kind of steal another one from here. Give was a nice one. Let's have give. What other verbs could we have? We could have, stroke. Ooh, can you sound out stroke? Stroke. Stroke. Watch this. Split digraph. Stroke. Right, so we've got play, give, stroke. What other verbs could we have? Have a think. What could we tell them to do with people? Talk. Yeah, we could have talk. We could have talk. What about brush? Like brushing his fur. Brush. Yeah, I like that idea. What about take? Take. Or even, can you remember, one thing I said that cheers me up is baking. So we could have bake, because we could maybe bake him a cake, possibly. Right, so now I've got my verbs over here. Let's have a little think if we can use any of these and make a command. Right, I'm going to start with bake then. I think, what might I say we could do with Bigu to cheer him up? Bake what? What could we say? Bake. I know. Bake a yummy cake. Yes. Bake Bigu a yummy cake. Brilliant. Bake Bigu a yummy. Yummy. Remember that E sound at the end of a word? What it is, what the letter it is. It's a Y. Cake. Cake. Oh, let me check. Here, Bigu is the name of this alien. So what does it need? Capital letter. Well done. So we've got bake Bigu a yummy cake. What else could I say? If I used give at the start of my command, what could we give to Bigu to cheer him up? So if he's feeling a bit glum, he's feeling a bit miserable, he's feeling a bit blue, what could we give to Bigu to cheer him up? I know, we could give him a big squeeze, a big hug. So give Bigu a big hug. Yeah, I like that one. Give Bigu a big hug. Great. What other ones could I use? I've got brush, play, talk, take. I think I'm going to use brush. Brush. Right, what could we brush on Bigu to make him feel better? That maybe he gets a little bit of help at home. What do you brush on your pets at home? Is it their hair? Is it their paw? What do we brush? It's their fur. So brush Bigu's, or brush his fur. How would we do it then? Would we do it roughly? Would we do it forcefully? Would we do it softly? Yeah, softly. Softly. There we go. Let's see if I can think of two more. What about stroke? What could we stroke on Bigu to calm him down? You know what? I remember when I was your age, and if I was really tired, I'd lie in my bed and I'd try and go to sleep. And if my mum stroked my hair, it would make me feel nice and relaxed. And it would help me to go to sleep. And if you look at Bigu, he's got lovely long ears, hasn't he? So maybe if we stroke Bigu's long ears, it might make him feel a bit more relaxed. So stroke Bigu's long ears to help him relax. To help him relax. Yeah, I like that one. And one more then, one more command. What about play? Shall we start with play this time? So, play. What could we play with Bigu? What do you like playing in school? I know, football. Play football with Bigu. Play football with Bigu. do. Great. Amazing. Oh, Miss Reed spelt Bigu funkily there. There we go. Right, so let's check my commands. I've got these two up here, these two verbs, which I might want to use, or you might have different verbs, okay? So you don't have to use the verbs that I've given you. You might think of lots of other verbs as well, which would be great if you did. So let's have a look then and check that these commands are correct, because we want to turn Bigu's frown upside down and hopefully find him as well. So here, the first one we've said, bake Bigu a yummy cake. Where is the command in that sentence? Bake Bigu a yummy cake. Where's the command? Bake. Well done. So when you finish your piece of writing, I want you to underline the commands, the verbs in the commands as well, please. Here we've got give Bigu a big hug. Where's my verb? Give. There we go. Here I've got brush his fur softly. Brush is my verb. Here I've got stroke Bigu's long ears to help him relax. And where's my verb there? Hopefully you've said it's stroke. And here I've got play football with Bigu. Where is the verb? It is play. Well done. So I want you to have a little go at doing this now. And I want you to show me what ideas you can come up with to cheer Bigu up. Okay, so he's feeling a bit sad, he's feeling a little bit lonely. I want you to think about what you can do to cheer him up and write them in commands. But before you go, I've got a little bit of our book to read. Are you ready? Okay, you might want to save this till after you've done your writing task. So maybe do this little writing task first and then pause and restart the video and I will read this little bit of the book to you. Okay, so here is our book, Bigu, and it's by an author called Alexis Deakin. And there he is, look, on the front, looking a bit lost and a little bit confused. Oh, look at the front picture. There's Bigu lying on the floor. And there's his spaceship crashed. Oh dear. Bigu was not supposed to be here. She was lost. No one seemed to understand her. You see here, I've got a speech bubble and it looks like it's an unknown language and the rabbits do not respond. The same as when she speaks to a tree. Some wouldn't even stay still to listen. Who is Bigu referring to when she says they don't stay still? Ah, the leaves. That's all I'm going to read you. I'm going to keep you on a bit of a cliffhanger before the holidays. But when we come back, we will read some more and find out if, and hopefully, it's a big if that we find Bigu. Maybe even during half term, you'll see her roaming around. And if you do, let me know so that I know and I can go and try and get her back to school so that we can help her get home. Have a go at writing these commands up and send them through to myself and Miss Ayres so we can see all your fabulous commands that you have written. And hopefully we'll find Bigu soon and we can do some of these things with her, such as stroke her long ears or give her a big tight squeeze, and it will make her feel a lot better. Have a lovely holiday, have lots of rest, and I will see you all soon. Bye.